All right, and we are seeing some warm-ups, and it was actually not so bad this morning and yesterday for Christmas compared to what we had. Thank goodness.
Oh yeah, this morning we were in the 30s, even some 40s pretty early on, and I was like, yeah, that's great, that's great. But now we've got another cold front coming that's gonna kind of give us another little shock. Not as cold as last week, but we'll get a little shock later this afternoon and overnight. But check this out. Yesterday was the second snowiest Christmas on record ever in the United States, at least, on record. And that was 53% of the country had some measurable snowfall still on the ground. The most was in 2009 when 63% of the country had it. So that's a cool little tidbit. But yeah, that was all thanks to that massive Siberian shock we saw last week. Last Thursday at noon, we had a wind chill of 20 degrees below zero. This Thursday, we're gonna have a high, check that out, you're not reading that wrong, 62 degrees. That's an 82-degree difference in a week. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. We've also cleared things out on radar today, which is nice. As the cold front has come through, all the clouds are moving south, but on the flip side, it is gonna bring in some cold air. So still going to be chilly as we go through this afternoon once the cold air comes south. If you live in north central Oklahoma, you already know the cold air is here, and it will be here through the rest of the afternoon and tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, a little chilly, but not all that bad. Once we get to Wednesday and Thursday, very mild, 60s return, and then we're gonna look toward the new year, or at least the end of this year and then into the new year for our next storm system chances. We do have a little wave of energy that's going to be moving through on Friday, late Friday, that could produce some showers. Models have been going very back and forth on this, so a weak disturbance comes through. We might get a little bit out of that, but we are looking, at least this point, pretty dry for ringing in the new year itself on New Year's Eve. That's been pretty consistent, so you love to see that. And then another thing that's been consistent, at least the last several runs of all the model data, has been Monday, January 2nd. Let's bring in a chance for some rain and storms to Oklahoma, and then a little bit of a cool down. Not so much a cold shock, but a little bit of a cool down. If you could see Enid right now, you'd see a lot of sunshine. It is 46 in Oklahoma City, now down to 40 in Guthrie, 34 in Stillwater. Enid, there we have it, almost at freezing, 33, 26 in Ponca City. So that cold air behind the front is heading south. It will be in the metro this afternoon. 50s in southwest and south central Oklahoma. That's nice, but a stout north wind. You can already see the surface front has basically passed through the entire state. We've got gusts 20 to 35 miles per hour that we'll see throughout the day, and that is going to give us a wind chill. Look at that. It almost feels like the single digits up north. Feels like 11 in Ponca City right now, 18 in Enid. So that's going to be some wind with a bite to it once the cold air settles in. So by 3 o'clock this afternoon, Oklahoma City down to 35 degrees, into the mid and low 20s across north central and northeast Oklahoma. Down to the south, they'll be able to hold on to their warmth as long as they can. Some 40s still by that point, but wind chills by 3 o'clock could be in the low 20s around the metro and teens to single digits in the north and northeast. Overnight, we're going to hold that pretty much the same. The winds will lighten up a little bit, which will help out some, but it is going to be a bit chilly tomorrow morning before we see temperatures rebound. So something to keep in mind. Air temperatures tomorrow morning in the teens for most of us. So it doesn't take a lot of wind for it to feel much colder than that. 46 tomorrow afternoon, Oklahoma City and Enid. We start to see the 50s out west, the 60s in the Panhandle, and then on Wednesday, the 60s start to spread toward I-35, 60 Oklahoma City and Ardmore. Winds howling out of the south, 20 to 30 miles per hour, pushing 70 for a few communities out west. So there's our almost early spring-like rebound that we get through the middle of this week. Even those days that we're looking up with some storm systems by the end of the week and the start of the new year, we're not cooling down all that much until we get past that cold front on Monday, Tuesday, a little bit chillier next week. Hard to believe the new year already on the 9-day. That's all we got for now. Don't go anywhere. News 9 is going to be right back after this.